Sky reporter reports Liverpool could increase their interest in Guehi if something happens in the next 24 hours. Liverpool prepares a high-value bid to sign the rebellious 25-year-old Newcastle United player, reveals the amount. Attention, Liverpool's £100 million alternative for Alexander Isak. Hello, Reds fan! Come check out the latest news from the greatest club in the world. Liverpool has received signals to increase their interest in Marc in the coming days, should certain conditions be met. Sammy Mokbel reported to BBC Sport earlier this week that negotiations with Crystal Palace are expected to accelerate as the summer transfer window approaches, especially after the Eagles are about to lose Eberechi Eze to Arsenal, with a preliminary £68 million agreement already in place. Oliver Glasner stated on Wednesday that both players will start for Crystal Palace in the first leg of the Conference League playoff, at home against Fredrikstad tonight. The result of this match could influence the future of the English defender. On Thursday morning, Sky Sports News reporter Kaveh Solikhol discussed the likelihood of Guehi leaving Selhurst Park this transfer window. He noted that Liverpool could intensify their interest if Palace secures a comfortable victory in the first leg, reducing the need for Guehi to play in the return match. Solikhol stated, "It's possible that Guehi leaves Palace this month. It depends on what happens in tonight's game. If they win easily and are almost through to the playoff, regardless of the second leg result, I can see a situation where Liverpool could increase their interest and make a bigger offer for Guehi in the coming days. In that case, Palace would have a decision to make. According to Eagles chairman Steve Parish, we cannot allow a player as important as Guehi to leave for free next summer." Crystal Palace may be willing to sell both Guehi and Eze, but the club already has replacement plans for both in case they depart. Additionally, the Eagles are favorites to beat Fredrikstad, a team that was in Norway's second division just over 2 years ago and has not competed in Europe since 2009, increasing the likelihood of a comfortable victory at Selhurst Park. A near-guaranteed qualification in the Conference League could facilitate Liverpool's interest, as Guehi would not need to play much in the return leg. It is understandable that Palace would want to avoid losing both their key players so close to the transfer window's end, since European competition would test the squad's depth. Miguel Delaney recently reported that there is a £10 million gap between Palace's asking price and Liverpool's offer for the captain, with neither side willing to budge so far. However, given the speed of Eze's imminent transfer to Arsenal, it is possible that Liverpool will make a move in the coming days to secure Guehi, seen as a ready-made option for the first team, capable of immediately competing for a starting spot at Anfield.
Liverpool is intensifying their efforts to sign 25-year-old Swedish striker Alexander Isak, currently at Newcastle United, in a deal that could reach approximately €160 million this summer. According to Spanish outlet Fajajes, the Reds consider Isak their top priority to strengthen the attack this transfer window, despite already having Ugo Ekitike, who has shown great potential in his early days at the club. The pursuit of Isak reflects Liverpool's intent to reinforce their forward line with an elite striker capable of performing at the highest level in the Premier League and European competitions. Isak, known for his efficiency, technical ability, and finishing skills, has already informed Newcastle that he does not intend to play for the club anymore, making clear his desire to move to Liverpool. Since joining the Tyneside club from Real Sociedad, the Swedish striker has established himself as one of the most reliable forwards in world football. In over 100 appearances for Newcastle, he has scored 62 goals and provided 11 assists, demonstrating consistency and a remarkable scoring instinct that has made him a key figure in the team's attack. In recent days, the situation escalated when Isak made a public statement on social media, emphasizing his intention to leave Newcastle and join Liverpool. The post added tension between the player and the Magpies, putting pressure on the club to make a decision. Liverpool, for their part, is prepared to submit a substantial offer, around €160 million, reflecting both Isak's quality and the club's need to fill the gap left by Darwin Núñez's departure. Despite growing pressure, Newcastle remains firm, reiterating that they do not intend to accept any offer for the striker at this time. Isak's insistence on transferring is seen as a clear strategy to force his departure, leveraging the interest of a financially strong and competitively ambitious club like Liverpool. The situation creates a delicate scenario with highly strategic negotiations and the need to balance the interests of the player, the selling club, and the buying club. The timing is critical, and sources indicate that Liverpool does not plan to wait until the transfer window closes. The club is determined to advance with a significant offer in the coming days, aiming to secure Isak before other market opportunities close. However, according to Fahahes, Newcastle's position remains unchanged, meaning that even a €160 million offer does not guarantee that the striker will be released immediately. The Alexander Isak transfer saga has become one of the most talked about stories of the summer market, reflecting the complexities of modern football where top-level players can directly influence transfers and clubs must balance squad reinforcement with asset protection. Isak's potential departure would impact Liverpool's squad, increasing internal competition and providing Slot with more tactical options. While for Isak, it represents the chance to play regularly at a high level, compete for titles, and participate in European competitions. The dispute involves the player's ambition, Liverpool's interest, and Newcastle's resistance, potentially shaping the future of the player, the club, and the high-level striker market this season.
Let's analyze the scenario if Liverpool fails to sign Alexander Isak. Who could be a viable alternative? An interesting option would be Julian Alvarez. The club had already shown great admiration for the Argentine striker during his time at Manchester City, and his 2024 transfer to Atletico de Madrid surprised the Reds, as he seemed to fit perfectly into the profile they were seeking. Manchester City sold Alvarez for £64 million plus £17 million in add-ons, a significant return on the £14 million invested in 2022 to bring him from River Plate. Despite often playing behind Erling Haaland in the hierarchy, he delivered an impressive performance, scoring 53 goals in 103 appearances, with a goal or assist every 114 minutes on the field. Since joining Atletico de Madrid, Alvarez has continued to show quality, with 30 goals and 8 assists, a remarkable output considering he is only 25 years old, making him one of the most renowned forwards in world football, just like Isak. Even with Hugo Ekitike, Liverpool still feels the need to strengthen their attack, especially after the sale of Darwin Núñez and the painful loss of Diogo Jota, which left the attacking squad smaller than last season when 6 forwards were available. It is unclear whether the club would consider a versatile winger at this moment, and with little time left in the transfer window, it seems unlikely that other forwards will be signed, as Isak will likely remain at Newcastle until at least January. Adaptation to this situation will be necessary, but when new opportunities arise, the Reds could evaluate other options, including Alvarez. Recent reports indicate that Liverpool showed interest in testing the signing of Alvarez this summer, despite his contract with Atletico de Madrid running until 2030, but nothing materialized. In an update released by the Spanish channel El Chiringuito TV, journalist Matías Palacios commented on the Argentine situation. Alvarez's team believes that he may have made a mistake signing with Atletico de Madrid, and sources suggest he is frustrated with his current role under Diego Simeone. Julian Alvarez participated in preseason alongside Alexander Sorloth and had some minutes with Antoine Griezmann, scoring in La Liga's opening match against Espanyol and previously against Newcastle. His frustration with his current role is not entirely clear, but Liverpool will closely monitor his situation in the coming months as an alternative if the Isak transfer does not materialize, keeping the possibility open to pursue another forward until a deal is finalized. A potential transfer for Alvarez would cost around £100 million, a significant amount but within reach of the Reds. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.